Hey family, this is Ashley B coming back with a quick word, a quick message, y'all. This word is for somebody today. I know it's for somebody. I know somebody needs to hear this word the way Holy Spirit led me and pushed me to come do this video, because I know this so well. I've been here myself, and I know that there are people that are struggling with this. God is saying, reject it for a reason. Reject it for a purpose. Reject it for your healing. Reject it for something greater, my God. All this rejection. I'm talking to the people that's battling with the spirit of rejection. I'm talking about the people that goes on with their life fighting this rejection, thinking that you're not good enough, thinking that you're unworthy because these doors that's been shut in your face, because of the abandonment, these people that done walked out on you, these people that done ghosted you, these people that done left you, these people that done did what they did to you, and you've carried this spirit of rejection in your life, not even knowing that God was doing something with it, that God was rejecting, he was causing this rejection in your life for a reason. I know it's so cliche, right? I know it's so cliche to say, God's rejection, my rejection is God's protection, but you don't even realize the things that God protected you from, the things that you didn't even see it. You didn't even see it. The things up ahead that God saw, the fact that God created you, the fact that God knows what's on the inside of you. And God got to a point in time where he says, you know what? I got to do certain things. I got to put certain rejections in front of her. I got to shut certain doors in front of him, because how else will he ever understand who he really is? How else will she ever understand the power, the anointing that I have placed on the inside of her? I got to keep shutting these doors in her face. I got to keep allowing these people to reject her. I got to keep hiding her value. My God. I gotta hide the value. The value that I have placed on the inside of you is way too much. The value that I have placed on the inside of you, can't nobody just have that. Can't nobody just have a piece of you. The gifts, the talents that I have placed on the inside of you. God said, I need you to wake up. I need you to stop sleeping on the gifts. I need you to stop sleeping on yourself and know who you really are. My God. My God, all these things that you've gone through, and you look at it as rejection after rejection after rejection. Oh, these people don't like me. Oh, I'm not good enough. Not even knowing, not even realizing that you are good enough. Not even realizing that you are good enough, that God has placed something special on the inside of you, and he's waiting on you to find it. He's waiting on you to discover it. He's waiting on you to realize who you are. He's waiting on you to realize the gifts that he's placed on the inside of you. He's waiting on you to see it, my God. He's waiting on you to see it. He's waiting on you to wake up and say, you know what, God? I thank you. I thank you that you shut that door, God. I thank you that you didn't allow me to walk down that aisle, God. I thank you that you took me away from these people. I thank you that you shut these doors in front of me, God. I thank you for it. My God, not even realizing, God, that you had something better for me. Not even realizing, God, that it's already on the inside of me, that I'm already enough, God. I done went searching for all these things. I done went trying to find love in all the wrong places, not even knowing, God, that the power was already on the inside of me. Not even knowing that you created me to be great, God. Not even knowing, God, that you had a vision for my life, that you had a dream for my life, my God, that you chose me for something big, that you chose me for something greater. How dare I, God? How dare I walk around acting like I'm not that girl? How dare I walk around being sad and miserable about the things that didn't work out in my life? God, you caused those things not to work out, God. You turned those things around, God. You set up high, God. You heard conversations that I never heard, that I would have never heard, God. You said, and you looked at my life and said, my God, I gotta shift things around like this. I gotta twist and turn some things around like this. She gotta hit her head a little bit. He gotta fall down. He gotta fall into a depressive state so he can lift his head up and say, no longer can I be in this situation. So you can lift your head up and say, I will never be back down in this place. God, I'm going to go after everything that you called me to do. God, I'm going to go after these things. God, I'm going to believe in the power that you placed on the inside of me. I'm going to believe in who you created me to be, my God. My God, my God, my God. Because somebody is battling the spirit of rejection. Somebody has been battling that spirit for a long time. For a long time. The hopelessness, the rejection, the doors that closed in your face, the situations that didn't work out the way you thought it was going to work out. These jobs that didn't accept you. You thought that you wasn't a good candidate because these people didn't accept you. You thought that you wasn't good enough because that person broke up with you. You thought that you wasn't good enough because these people said you couldn't sit at their table. My God, my God. God says you don't even know. You don't even know. You sitting over here thinking that you're not good enough, but it's because you are special. It's because I have chosen you for something different. I have chosen you for something greater. You've been the type of person that said, oh God, I'm just going to sit in the background. I'm just going to sit in the back, God. I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to talk. I don't want to come forth. My God, God said, I have not called you to be in the background. What are you talking about? I have not called you to be in the background. I have called you to come up. I have called you to come forth. I have called you to come among them. My God, my God, my God, my God. Somebody is battling it right now. Somebody does not know how God used that rejection for your healing. My God, I know this so well. God used it for your healing. God sat back and said, okay. So she gonna keep doing the same things, expecting the different results. She gonna keep going in this life thinking that it's rejection when it's really not even rejection. It truly is my protection. It truly is my protection because I see something up ahead that she does not see. I see something down the road that he doesn't see. I see something in him that he doesn't even quite realize yet. So what do I got to do? I got to stir this up. I got to shake things up. I got to snatch everything away. I got to have him going through loss after loss after loss. I have to have her going through loss after loss after loss. So when she looks up, she can say, my God, you've been with me all along. My God, I see how you saved me right there. My God, I see how you protected me right there, God. My God, I see how you had to take me through this season, God, so I can realize all the strengths, so I can realize the gifts that's been laying dormant on the inside of me. These things that I didn't even realize, God, the strength and the power that you have placed on the inside of me, my God. My God, God said I had to. How else was you going to stop sleeping on yourself? How else was you going to keep? God said, you don't even know the destiny that I have for you, the plans that I have for you, the future that I have for you. If you just take a step back and stop looking at this stuff as rejection, stop looking at it as if you're not good enough. Stop looking at it as if you're worthless. God said when it's the complete opposite, it's the complete opposite. I don't want you to just be accepting anything. I don't want you to just be going for whatever. I don't want you to just, God said, I need you to wake up. I need you to wake up and see what's really on the inside of you. God said you are not meant to live a mediocre life. My God, you are not meant to live a mediocre life. You are not meant to just be in the background. My God, you are not meant to just whatever, just mediocrity. God said, the things that I have for you, God said, I'm going to make your name great. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm trying to make your name great. Your name will be great. But you got to get up. You got to get up. You got to shake it off. You got to shake it off. You got to have a new perspective. You got to have a new perspective. I know how the devil tried to make you think about these things. I know the vision and the view that the lens that he tried to make you look out of to see it as negative, right? To make it seem like you're not good enough. To make it seem like all these people left you. To make it seem like you the problem. My God. God said, I need you to look through a new lens. It's time to see yourself through a new lens. It's time to see the things that I have allowed. I've allowed these things. I did it for your good. I did it for your future. I did it for your healing. I did it for you to get up. I had to wake up that spiritual man on the inside of you. I had to wake up those gifts on the inside of you, my God. I had to stir up those gifts on the inside of you. I had to do something to bring you into purpose, my God. God said I had to take you through that painful situation. I had to take you through those wounding experiences, my God. How else was you going to walk into your purpose? business? My God, how else was you going to have the strength to get up and help somebody else? How else was you going to get up and start doing something different? How else was you going to get up and start stepping out of the box? How else was you going to get up and start stepping out of your comfort zone? My God. My God, my God. How else was you going to get up and start that business? How else was you going to get up and join that ministry, start that ministry? How else was you going to get up and write that book? How else was you going to get up and see that I have a man for you? I have a wife for you. I have a true husband for you. You ain't got to be nobody's second best. You ain't got to be nobody's second pick. When I have the best pick for you. You are the pick of the litter. My God. My God. God said, what are you saying? What are you talking about? Talking about rejection. Rejection. This stuff ain't y'all, I will never forget. And I tell this testimony so many times on my channel. I tell my testimony so many times because I know what God spoke to me. I will never forget, y'all. In 2017, this is when I was still trying to do my own thing, right? I was one of those type of person. Everything I'm talking about in this video, I was one of those type of persons that I just want to be in the background, God. I know you showing me all these things. I know you showing me that you going to make my name great. I know that you showing me that I got all this stuff on the inside of me, God, but I could never do none of those things. So you know what, God? I'm going to keep doing what I want to do. I'm going to try to fit in with everybody else. I'm going to try to do what everybody else doing. Not knowing that God called me for something different. Knowing that I was never going to be like other people. Knowing that I was never going to fit into these places because I didn't belong. Because God chose me for something greater. But I will never forget. I will never forget when God spoke to me. He said, Ashley, y'all cannot make this up. I lie to you not. I cannot make this up. This is why I tell this testimony every chance I get. God spoke to me. He said, because I was somebody that battled that rejection, right? That spirit of rejection. And I remember when he spoke to me, he said, Ashley, it does not matter what you try to go do in this life, right? It don't matter what type of job you think you gonna have, what type of career you think you gonna chase. It don't matter what type of relationship you think you gonna have, what type of man you think you gonna have. It don't matter what you try to do in this life. You can go try to put your hand on anything, whatever type of success you think you're going to have, whatever type of prosperity you think you're going to have, whatever type of happiness you think you're going to have. God said, none of it will ever prosper if I am not attached to it. My God. He said, none of it will prosper unless I am attached to it. Letting me know that all these things that keep happening in your life, you think it's rejection. You think it's rejection because it's not prospering. But the reason it is not prospering is because my hand is not on it. The reason it is not prospering is because you meant to be in me. You meant to be doing the things that I called you to do. You meant to be doing what I created you to do. You meant to be who I created you to be. My God, you talking about rejection? This stuff ain't no rejection. I'm not going to allow these things to prosper, because if I allow these things to prosper, you're going to keep sleeping on yourself. You're going to keep going chasing after the same man. You're going to keep chasing after these false dreams. You're going to keep chasing after these false hopes. My God. God said, when I have something bigger, I have something bigger. I have something greater in store for you. My God, I have something better for you. I have something better for you. You not meant to live. You not meant to fit in. My God, I'm looking for the chosen. Where are the chosen people on this video? My God, where are the people on this video that know that you are chosen, that know that you are chosen, that know that God chose you for something special, that knows that God chose you for something specific, and you are not meant to fit in. My God, you are not meant to be a part of the crowd, but you meant to come out. You meant to stand out. You meant to stand out. You always been meant to stand out. You know it. You know it in your heart. You know it. You look back over your life and you see how things have gone in your life. You see how you've always been different. You see how you've always thought different. Don't think that that's a coincidence. Don't you ever think that that's a coincidence. It's because you're chosen. It's because you're chosen for something greater. You're not meant to live a life like everybody else. You're not meant to just stay in the background. My God, God is calling you up. He's calling you up and he's calling you out. He wants you to find your voice. He wants you to understand who he created you to be. He wants you to understand all the greatness that he placed on the inside of you. And God said, how else? How else, unless I took you through these things? How else, unless I put these things in front of you that made it seem like rejection when it really wasn't even rejection? How else was you ever going to find it? My God. How else was you ever going to get up and go through a healing journey and realize who you really are? Stop treating yourself cheaply. Stop acting like you're not that girl. Stop acting like you're not that man. How else was you ever going to do that? God said, I had to, just for a little while, just for enough for you to get tired of it, just for enough for you to open up your eyes, just for enough for you to have that click moment in your head and say, you know what, God? I'm tripping. You know what, God? I'm slipping. You know what, God? I'm going to get up and go after everything that you have for me. You know what, God? I'm going to stop doing those foolish things. You know what, God? I'm going to have wisdom. You know what, God? I'm going to use the purpose, the God-given purpose that you've placed on the inside of me. God, I'm going to do something with it, oh God. God, I'm going to be used by you. God, I'm going to put my hands to the plow, my God. I'm going to put my hands to the plow and work and do what it is that you created me to do, God, my God. I'm going to stop sleeping on myself. I'm going to stop acting like there's no creativity on the inside of me. I'm going to stop acting like I don't have these gifts on the inside of me. My God. I'm going to stop crying over these fools, over these clowns that done left me, that done did what they did to me. My God, because you got something better for me, God. I'm over here crying about this fool. I'm over here looking at this as rejection when God, you got to, ooh. God said, you don't even know. You don't even know. You don't even know what I truly have for you. You don't even know what I truly have for you. You don't even know. And God said, the sooner you get out of that rejection mindset, that this stuff is rejection, and really see that it's protection, really see that I truly was protecting you. I was protecting you from you because you didn't know any better. My God. God said you didn't know any better. You didn't know all these things. God said, but now you know. Now you know. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna keep sleeping on yourself? You gonna keep walking around thinking that this stuff is rejection? You gonna keep walking around being miserable? Or you gonna get up and you gonna go after the things that I have for you? You gonna get up and you gonna know who you are. You gonna get up and know that I have placed value on the inside of you. You gonna get up and know that you are worth more than gold. My God. Y'all, I love y'all so much. I really hope that y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe. I love y'all so much. I will see you in the next video.